Well, we're here midday. It's June 12th. Wheat and Water Wells is going to be drilling our well. They got their big well drilling rig here on the property. Welcome back to the Freedom Frontier channel. I know it's been a couple weeks since the update. Over the last 2 weeks, we've been doing off-camera activities, such as ordering supplies. We put up this shelter logic. We've been working on processing this log pile and putting it over there. We accidentally put these logs here without knowing that they would be in the way of one of our shipping containers. Dad has been marking out where the buildings are going to be constructed. This rebar marks the corners of the utility shed. We've got the well, we got the center point. This orange paint marks out the area where we'll have to dig for the foundation. Over here we'll also be digging trenches for drainage from the utility shed. We're gonna have it drain off down the hillside. This is where we're gonna move the shelter logic to.
Here's our giant shelter logic. Would fit like, I don't know, Dad's whole truck in here. Or as Matthew says, a nice ping pong table. We've got a nice pulley system here that Bradley set up. Works good. So over here, there's a bar going through it so the whole thing rolls down all together. It's pretty nice. And then it's secured along the bottom here. It's looped into the fabric. Pretty nice. So we just gotta move it a little bit that way, and then we gotta anchor it down into the ground, and it'll be all set.
Yep, and then we can start moving in supplies here. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get a table at Walmart so we can have a little workbench. Mm-hmm. Eventually we can store the ATV in here.
Yeah. It's pretty big though. Gotta get a size comparison.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Over here we have everything marked out for the cabin. We've got the corners marked out with the rebar. Each one of these squares represents one of the pillars. There's going to be 9 of them. About 3 feet by 3 feet by 6 feet down. We're going to be quite busy this week. We have some large shipments arriving by the end of the week. We've got electrical wiring, we have well pump supplies. We also are going to be making some larger purchases this week. We've got a flatbed trailer and a tractor. So it's going to be pretty exciting. Our electrical supply shipments have been arriving. We've got spools of wire, all color-coded. We got red, white, black, green wire. We purchased a simple table from Walmart, so we have a little workbench. We've been storing the ATV in here. And we got a little surprise. Yesterday I purchased a tractor. This is a compact tractor. It's a New Holland Workmaster 25. It came with fork attachments, a backhoe attachment, and over there we have 3 more attachments. We have a bucket and an auger and a grading box. So those will definitely come in handy over the next several months. In addition to this tractor, I also purchased an 18-foot flatbed trailer. We just got back from Home Depot. We bought 420 feet of Schedule 40 conduit. We're going to be using this to run electrical wires from the utility shed over to the cabin, and also from the utility shed over to the corner of the parking lot area where we're going to be parking the travel trailer so we can have full 30 amp hookup service. We're waiting on receiving well pump supplies. We're going to be installing our own 240 volt well pump over the next couple days. In addition to the Schedule 40 conduit, purchased a whole bunch of rope, and we got various Schedule 40 fittings here. So we got 11 of these and 12 of these. We had a rain a couple days ago. It allows us to see where the low spots are and where we need to trench. So we're thinking about trenching from this location across to there and then have it drain out towards the outhouse. More and more packages. So this is the brake right here. The pedal on the right side is reverse. The pedal on the inside is forward. There's no gear shifting at all. It's just you can go forward, back just by pressing the pedals. And then this is putting it into low, medium, and high, and is neutral. For some reason, the high gear is on the opposite side of, you know, the low and medium. And then there's a 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, just to keep it in 4-wheel drive for now. And yeah. Try not to dig up the ground too much by turning it too sharp. You have to release the parking brake. This is the parking brake. You gotta just push it in and then pull the lever up. All right, there you go. That's good. Just hold it. Okay, and then it's just like the Bobcat use. You gotta put it forward. That way. You gotta aim it more. Get her down. And forward. 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 Okay, tilt up. Yep. Oh, that's good right there. All right, you're good. First impressions?
Pretty good.
The most important part of it is that we own it and that the clock is not ticking. Right. We have it permanently. It's not being rented. So it can do small jobs. It can scoop gravel. It can dig trenches. You know, get large projects done little by little. Today we just picked up some driveway fabric. It's 17 feet wide, just short enough to fit on my 18-foot trailer. Dad started working on a trench to divert water that may be coming down the road. We're missing 2 adapters that connect from the poly pipe to the MPT, whatever you call it, pipe thread. So yeah. I'm looking through the UPS orders to make sure there's not one last package on the way. Otherwise we might have to contact our supplier and complain. Got to go full Karen on them.
Yep. We're missing hardware. Give us a refund.
Worried? A little bit worried. It could delay us getting our well set up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna find out. We just had UPS deliver over 100 feet of poly pipe. This is going to be the water pipe that goes into the well to allow the water to be pumped out. And we also just received this, which is our well water pump. So we're going to open it up now, check it out, read the manual, figure out how we need to connect it. We have our submersible pump wire. We got all of our fittings. So this is a Grundfos 240 volt pump. It's the 10SQ07240. It's a 240 foot rated pump, 10 gallons per minute. Our well is only 120 feet down, but we got one that's 240 feet rated to maintain that 10 gallons per minute rating. So let's get this thing unwrapped. Got the logo on here. We have all the electrical information. It's a 0.75 horsepower pump. Has the kilowatt power ratings. This is a 3-wire pump. Well, it's 2-wire, one with ground. So we got 2 hots and a ground. And that's just what we need for this submersible pump. Has a green, red, and black wire. Doesn't appear to be any shipping damage. So just a nice high quality stainless steel pump. And this pump takes a 1 1/4 NPT fitting. And that's exactly what we have here. So if you get this, it fits perfectly. And then this barbed fitting connects to the poly pipe that we purchased. So this weekend we're most likely going to install this pump into our well outside. Our well head has just been sitting out here in the elements. So we're going to take this casing top off and install the new well head that we purchased that will allow the poly pipe to go through the casing. So the poly pipe can go up through the center hole. We also have some venting holes and holes for wire. It's the weekend and we're here at the property. We're going to take a stab at putting together the well, lowering down the well pump into the casing. We also need to figure out how we're going to splice these wires into our submersible pump wire. I've been working on splicing the cabling coming out of the well pump to our long run of submersible pump cable. I crimped some ferrules onto the end of the 14 gauge wire coming from the pump. And then we have a butt connector here. I've installed ferrules also on the submersible pump cable. All that's left to do is connect the wires together, crimp things down, and then use a heat gun to shrink the shrink wrap over the top of the joint. Now it shouldn't matter which of these 2 hots I connect to the red or black wire on the submersible pump cable. It's a 240 volt pump, so both of these are going to be hot. When I tighten these down, it actually crimps the ferrule underneath more and holds the wire even more snug. So these are really on there tight. All right, those are all 3 connected. The shrink wrap can now just go over these nicely. And then we have to go find the heat gun. And then we will have a wired up well pump. Well, we stretched out the poly pipe. We're trying to let the sun warm it up so that it's easier to, what? It's easier to work with. Well, we finished wiring up the pump. We put a whole bunch of electrical tape over the connectors, so hopefully this will be waterproof. And we're getting ready to attach this barb connector to the top here. There's still some leftover styrofoam in the cracks of the pump, so we're trying to get all of that cleaned up before we start putting together the poly pipe. I just stretched out all the submersible pump cable. I just wired up a NEMA L1430P plug. So this is a 4-pin plug, but we have just 2 hots and a ground wired to it right now. And that will allow us to plug into this generator port right here. This is a 30 amp port, but we're only gonna need about 8 amps or so at 240 volts. So this is gonna be used so we can test the pump without having it hardwired into a full water system with a pressure tank and a pressure valve, pressure regulator. We're still working on getting this barb attached. We only have 1 pipe wrench, so we need something else to hold the pump itself securely while we tighten this, but we got some Teflon tape on there. It's gonna be a good solid seal. This is non-load bearing rope, so we're gonna triple it up and just use it as a safety line, just in case the barbs come off or the wire comes off.
We do want this out, right?
Yep.
Oh,
Fomp.
it's kind of creepy.
Got the heat gun.
It's gotta be okay, Matthew.
We're gonna poison ourselves.
Oh my god.
Poison ourselves with styrofoam.
You could probably take a bite of styrofoam, would be fine. Yeah.
Yep.
What?
All right, so we need 1 person holding the pump, 1 person holds the pipe, and 1 person is heat gunning to get the end of it. So Ashley, you get to be the heat gunner. So you got to aim it towards the poly pipe. You got to pick it up. Start heating this up, Ashley, right here. This
Just on low?
just no max heat.
That's all the way up, right? Like that?
Yeah. Start
How close can you get to it?
pretty close. Just keep it moving and go all around it.
You got to get the clamps slid on the pipe first.
Okay. Just slide them all on and I'll hold them.
Oh, those are pretty big.
Okay, proceed. All right, Matthew, you want to try to start pushing the barb in? Keep heating it. Heat it some more. Keep it going. Try to heat the end more. Alright, just go smooth. Just
Going. Beautiful.
is that all the way in?
Yeah, it hit the rim.
All right. Now leave it straight for a while. Let it cool down while it's straight, so that it doesn't end up being curved. So yeah. So then we just take these, and they'll basically just go on, just right next to each other. Just all three of them.
Can you guys push it any further? It's a little tiny.
Yeah. Try going a little bit more.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
Yeah. All right, good job, guys. I would wait till it cools down, actually.
Or you could
Whew, yeah, it's still hot. It might help to tighten it down while it's soft, while it's hot.
Right.
So yeah, I'd put some gloves on, get the screwdriver. Oh, Matthew's gonna do it? Okay. You could also use a socket wrench if you wanted. Socket wrench would be a million times easier.
This is a long way to go here. Hard to do with gloves.
Bradley, your hand is currently being eaten.
Oh,
Oh, that was a bloody one.
oh, it got me bad.
It got you good.
Oh, that's gonna be a big bump in the morning.
No.
Nice. Pretty good.
Nice. Still hot?
I
Wow,
feel-
it's actually still warm.
Yeah, it'll stay warm for a while. All right, you want to put it all down on
Oh, my hand went like. Not on ours. Right, it's the lid color.
yeah. Well, we're measuring out the wire. We need 120 feet of wire to position the well pump directly in the middle of a 40-foot segment of water in the well casing over there. So right here we marked out 120 feet from over there where the well pump is. So we're just going to spray it with a little bit of white paint just to mark where the...
Riley,
What?
we gotta set up some padding on that where those brackets hold the blue pipe, because as it's going down the pipe, the electric wire might like pinch between like the metal bracket and the electric wire and just cut it or hurt or damage it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure those are downward facing.
This poly pipe is still a little bit bendy, so when we're fishing it down the casing, we're gonna have to be extra careful that it's not winding with anything. What do you think about that? It's just kind of...
down to the
The thing is, any tape we're putting down here, it has the potential to fall off over time and just fall into the well. So anything we're putting down here needs to be really on there tight. Like, it needs to be...
I think that's what Matthew was saying. Just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it like no tomorrow.
around the whole thing?
Yeah.
Around and around.
Just secure
We'll
that
get all these
sucker
other
on.
wires and ropes out of the way, and you can just go to town.
I don't want to do that though. I'm just gonna keep. Can you lift this up, both of you? Can you like lift the? I need to get under here to get to the other. Yeah, that's fine.
I think you should just grab it. It's like
All right, I think we're ready to start fishing it down the
you and like
the well.
body hair there and the flies are there. Sometimes that just like bogs me because it's too realistic.
Open the hole. Oh, that wasn't on very tight.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa! That's terrible.
Let's see. We got our measurements. The water level is 99 feet down. The well depth is 141. The casing goes down 141 feet also. Estimated, I don't know, is that a 10 or a 20 gallons per minute? I think
it's a 20.
it's a 20, but we have a 10-gallon pump so that we don't accidentally dry out the well, because that can cause a whole bunch of sediment in the well water.
You like drop
So-
a rock down there. How long until you hear the splash?
You don't drop rocks down the well, Matthew. I'm gonna hold the pump. Someone needs to kind of grab the poly pipe, and someone needs to grab, yeah, Ashley, can you grab the poly pipe and the, yeah, you grab the wires. Grab the black wire too. Okay, and we're gonna just start shuffling this. Are you kidding me? Hold on, set it down. All right, here we go.
Yeah, at some point we're going to be pulling backwards.
How heavy is it so far?
It's not, I'm letting go of it when I, I mean, there's a lot of dust here. Oh, we never did wipe off the poly pipe. It's got a whole bunch of dust on it. Do we have water? And
Hi, bud.
Have a towel. We have water.
let's do that. As we go down, let's wipe this off. We should probably pull this back up so that we can clean what we've put down there.
Isn't the water in the blue pipe, though?
In the blue pipe. What do you mean?
Like, isn't water inside that blue pipe?
Water goes in the pipe. Yeah, I'm talking about the outside. As it kind of, dust will fall off it over time, and like we don't want it, you know, contaminating the. It probably doesn't matter, but here.
Should I go back?
Got it?
Why is this so backbreaking? The weight is starting to pull it down on its own. So I'm just trying to get it to not rub on the side of the pipe. How far is the...
Go on, Bradley, we're getting there.
Bro, I just had a moment of almost there. What? No! Oh, no!
I feel like I've already put down 70 feet of this stuff, and then I look back there. How is it still? Okay.
For motivational purposes.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Man, it's getting heavy. The poly pipe's really...
Positions up to there, Bradley?
Huh?
Want me to switch positions up to there, help you hold it?
Yeah. Remember, the poly pipe is what needs to take the force, not the... I'm kind of pulling too much on the wire, so...
There goes your tail.
You got it?
I don't know, I get it to...
Huh? Yeah, I know, but I still want to clean it off somehow. Where'd the wet part go? All right, start letting it down.
There's nothing but rock down there. You're cleaning it? You're like squeezing it, right?
Yeah.
Wait, that kind of is a problem.
How are we gonna hold this out of the well once it's down here? From just going all the way down.
Connect it to the top before we let it all the way.
Okay. We need to go get the cap. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? I need you to take weight off of it, Matthew. It's like making my hand go into the well.
Suck down the tube.
Okay, so put the middle of it. Probably. The middle of it. Go to the end of the poly pipe and fish it all the way through.
Which, this way, right?
Yeah.
Oh, punk.
Perfect.
Okay, just don't.
Other side of Matthew's shoulder or this side of it?
This side.
Oh. Yeah?
Okay, we're gonna keep lowering it down. Keep dropping it. Oh, we just heard water.
Really?
It just went like it was probably filling the well, so we just hit water right there. That's good. That's about right where we want it.
Good, so about 20 more feet. And then
Yep, so now we're submerging it into the water.
That's funny that it followed up the pipe.
Oh, yeah. I can...
Okay, start slowing it down here. Can you take their weight of the pipe? I just want to test to see.
Because wire, yeah, to be pulled all the way tight.
Can you pull this tight too?
Since we measured.
Just kind of pull it. Okay, so that tension's already there.
The wire's
The wire has its own weight. Dang, it's kind of hard to tell because the wire is heavy. I don't remember it being this heavy though. Does it feel like the pipe just got lighter?
I don't know.
The pipe's the heaviest out of all of them.
The pipe is what's holding the... Ooh, is that heavier?
Did it just got heavier?
Yeah.
And then it just got lighter?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's keep, actually I think we're right about where we want to be. Let me see.
Maybe that's why it was,
Okay.
maybe that's why you had to hide it.
To make sure that they're going down at the same pace.
Didn't you want to go a little bit farther than 120 though, so it's on the lower level of the water?
Not really. Let me look at the top. Yeah, if there was something to clamp the top. Okay, well, to start with, can you, we put a connector on the wire, and now we can't fish the wire through the cap.
How hard is it to take that thing off?
Oh no.
I wasn't here when it was put on.
Start with the rope, Ashley. Get the rope and like feed the end of the rope through the plug, the smallest of the holes. It's that one on the top.
What happened here? This one?
Yep.
Honestly, that probably would work.
Okay, we need someone to hold this. You want to switch places with Matthew, and then Matthew can hold this.
Are you gonna take that thing
I'm
apart?
gonna take the wire off. Okay. Just hold. Yeah,
Just get the towel out of there. 'Cause...
No, I want the towel there to prevent it from.
Oh. But the wire itself is heavy, so...
Everything's heavy.
Yeah, so how do you know the wire isn't drooping down into the water?
That's why he was pulling it pretty hard.
Did we measure? How did you do this?
I mean, though, it's like scratching.
All right. So this. Can you hold that?
Why is every part of this process an arm workout?
Huh?
I'm not gonna be able to unravel my fingers. It's just gonna be stuck down.
Why is it getting stuck? Stupid. Okay.
I've made it.
Gotta rotate it to like that.
Yeah, that's what it's like that, yeah. Oh, it's stuck. Later problem.
What the heck? All right. So, how are we looking here? I'm going to give you a break.
Yeah. Okay.
Clamp.
Can you go get a clamp? One of the clamps?
Like a,
Huh?
one of those things we
Yeah,
attach to
yeah,
the end.
metal clamps. So you gotta slide it on the whole pipe. How are we gonna do this?
Heavier duty.
Will that be large enough to?
I guess no.
There's a stake there.
Can you tighten this? Tighten this thing. Do it like down here. It's possible that it's wide enough with that clamp that sticks out to like kind of wedge in and like act as a barrier. If it sticks out enough, then it's basically impossible for the pipe, as long as it's gripping enough, it's impossible for it to fall down the well. Okay, see if it'll slide down and hit the, or just tighten it first.
How about tightening it? What's that?
Okay. Pretty much just like that.
Can I let go?
Yeah. Except we can't.
Even if it's all the way this way, it's still, yeah, it won't go down. Yeah.
I'm scared to let go.
Let me just, that clamp is what's, let me just really make sure this thing is tight.
Can we pick this up so we can get this out of here? Okay, let's smidgy this so it goes over the well.
This thing can't crack, right?
The pipe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could. Just like that. All right. Yeah, it's hard to know.
Well, as long as this doesn't move, you're not.
There's the white.
I'm trying to.
And you're obviously not lifting the thing because this would move, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Yeah, that's.
okay, so that's the.
Wait, that means that we're not deep enough.
Yeah, it needs me to go.
I just realized we're gonna have to take apart this whole thing if we're gonna cut the pipe. So this is kind of all just temporary.
Well, you can test the pump.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the water right now, so we could test it right now.
You know what? I've always seen kind of like a ring that screws into the top and then they tie off on this ring.
Yeah, I'm actually worried that I'm worried that the electrical cable, we might have let it go down too much and then the wire like looped back around somehow. But we're just testing it. It's not the permanent installation because we're gonna still have to cut that casing off later. Yeah, that's good. Are we ready to see if it pumps up water?
Make sure you take the cap off.
We're gonna take the poly pipe and
Don't get them over here.
can you help me move this actually so it stops dragging? All right. All right. Moment of truth. You ready for this, guys?
Yep.
Push the power button. And flip the switch on the 30 amp circuit underneath the plug. I feel vibration in the pipe. Oh? All right, Ashley, come drink it.
Gotta wash my hands here now.
Come drink it. That's a lot of water right there.
Woo!
It's cold.
It's really cold. Oh my gosh, it's like ice. Ah,
This is life.
Water.
It's gotta run for a while to get clear. It's already kind of clearing up. It was a little bit yellow when it first started. Look at that, just solid stream of water. Why can't we have this at the RV park? Get the buckets out.
so that's 10 gallons
A minute.
a minute.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's swing it. Oh man, feel the pipe. The pipe is getting to be an ice cube.
Oh wow.
What?
Ashley, can you help me move the pipe? I want to have it more this way. I don't want to start eroding.
Yeah, the whole pipe's full.
Let's just drop it right here. Just make sure it's not on the pipes.
Woo!
There we go. We're starting our own little river. That's a lot of water, isn't it, Matthew?
Yeah.
You hear that? It makes me thirsty looking at it.
Yeah.
I just want to go start drinking it.
What are you guys seeing over here?
What water?
Hmm.
I don't know. I wonder why it was clear to start. And now it's.
It's clearing up again. It was really dark.
So, and it's 10 gallons a minute. So over the last couple minutes, it's basically depleted all the water and it's basically starting to suck up new water. But see, it's already getting clear again. And we can basically take this water bottle.
You don't want to drink that, Brad.
I just want to see how clear it is. Eh, there's a little bit of sediment in there.
How long does it need to run to clear it up? Do we have? Well, we're gonna install some kind of like filter, right?
Potentially, yeah. You basically want to run it like this for an hour or two. So we'll just have it sit here, periodically check it. But good job, guys. 5.
Good.
We got
Good
water.
job.
It's up some point anyway.
Yeah, eventually we need to cut the casing closer to the ground when we build the utility shed around it. So we're gonna have to pull this entire thing up. We can do more accurate measurements the second time, potentially wrap everything together to make sure it goes down together. But right now we're just trying to cycle the well for an hour or so.
Yeah.
like
flowing water, like, yeah.
This is a big milestone, is getting this water pumping up with our pump.
Has anyone filled anything up with it?
Yeah, I felt it was a little bit cloudy with some sediment at the bottom, so we need to run it for about an hour or so to fully filter out.
like
So the longer you run it,
affect the water,
yeah,
the other water. That doesn't make sense.
the longer you run it, the more like
The pipe.
it just continually has water flow by all the nearby rocks, and it kind of slowly cleans it all out of like the really small particles and all the,
So it creates a current.
yeah, it creates a current.
That's just a casing. It gets hammered all the way down. And
Yeah.
inside, it's got silt and water comes up into it. And it just has to keep pumping water until it clears out. The silt gets out of the water.
Oh, that's already better.
There's still some sand in it, but the actual cloudiness of the water is already getting better. Let's do another test here. It's clearing up pretty fast. Man, it smells like the water smell. Here, smell it. It's like Arctic, like
Don't mind if I do.
it has that good like creek smell. I don't know if you can smell too well through your bug net, but it kind of has that cold creek smell.
Yeah, let me try it.
It's clean enough for washing, but I wouldn't drink it. We haven't done a test yet. We haven't tested it.
It's refreshing though.
Just smell it. It like has that
nice.
like Arctic.
It's nice, cold,
Yeah.
refrigerated water. No need for ice. Here, wipe it. Wait, dump it on my hand. I got a dirty hand here. Oh, thank you.
It's cold. It's cold water.
Get more. Get another jug of that.
How much horsepower does that pump have?
3/4. 0.75 horsepower.
It's going to lift it all the way up, 120 feet up.
The RV park has a 1 horsepower pump.
Oh, it's even clearer. It was the fog. It was the condensation.
Which is why it struggles at the
Let me
park.
take a drink.
Oh.
Two whiskey, one drink, 50% arsenic. Oh,
Yeah.
dead.
I'm sure it's clean, but
Yeah, it doesn't taste like anything.
It's good.
It's good.
all right, Ashley, your turn.
Why are
It's
we
good
all
water.
drinking poison water?
Bradley,
Poison
the
water.
lone survivor from the Alaska
We're
trip.
not drinking it. We're just.
Well, you actually drank it, or are you just tasting it?
She's too.
Yeah, it doesn't have any taste.
No
actually.
taste?
No taste.
Yeah, so when
No
you're
metal
drinking,
taste.
Right.
All right, here, take the
it's
cap
good
off. Let me
chugging
try
water,
it.
You know what I mean? Once
me
it's
try
all
it.
filtered, just.
Nice and
All
cold.
right.
too.
Look at it just flowing down the stream.
I don't wanna get
if
your-
you came
All
across
right.
that in the wild, you
You'd be
wouldn't
like-
hesitate,
That's fresh.
right? Like I honestly think that water's safe now.
I don't have any
Like,
aftertaste.
All we gotta do is get
In
it.
my
Let's
mouth
hurry
right
and
now.
get it tested, Bradley. Because I
You
want to
have to go
start
all
Yeah,
the way
drinking.
to
there's.
the
You can
park.
taste the sand.
I
There-
didn't even. I must have not
Yeah, you
gotten
can
enough.
taste the sand.
I think it's because I had to go all the way upside down to get
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
But
Let's hurry and get this tested because I don't want to have to drive in all the time to get water.
48 hours.
We can just fill. Yeah, but
So-
let's get it going so we can I can fill up a big jug here.
I can